into it is like just love and relationships. Um, I've seen people who are more like productive, super productive when they're in a relationship. I've seen people who it slows them and just rips the energy off of them when they are in situations like relationships and stuff. How's your status right now? Last time I checked, you were single.
My
Ready
status
to
is I'm
mingle?
single.
Single.
Not ready to mingle. I am not looking for
Hey.
anybody, so don't come looking for me.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
Last relationship I was in was quite a bit of time. How many years? Like 2-3 years.
You've been in a
I know.
You've been in a relationship for 3 years.
Okay, it was 2 years, and then we like broke up, and then he was
Not
like,
like
"Oh,
back
happy
together."
anniversary."
And then you fell for that shit again.
Yes. But that
Yeah.
relationship just kind of got crazy because he just became kind of stalkerish. And it was kind of just draining after a while. It was draining me. Like, he would be like so skeptical and stuff of, oh, who are you in the studio with? And all like most
Those
of
are
the
the
producers
worst.
are
Those
men.
are the worst. Yeah.
Exactly. So, what are you doing with so and so? What are you doing with the
Man, that's the worst, man. That's the worst.
draining.
And I think you see when you mentioned earlier that I think like I kind of like fell off. I think that's what happened.
I think so too.
And it's not just you. I see it like with a lot of like for me also. I know friends who are like that. Like once they're like in a like relationship and stuff, it starts becoming that whole thing of like, especially if you're in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Like, oh, who are you hanging out with? Why are you taking pictures, smiling with this person? So subconsciously, you start reaping yourself all these things. Yeah. Put it there. Put it
You
there.
start
Yeah.
detaching
Yeah,
yourself
you start.
away from.
It's okay. It's okay. Just put it on the chair. Thank you. Yeah. Was it blocking your face? Was it blocking your whole face? I'm like, oh shit, what is this?
That's funny. But no, yeah, you start to detach yourself from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then, like, I even found myself, I stopped, like, going out to events.
Yeah, because
I
you'll
stopped
make this person
mingling.
feel.
Exactly.
And
I
that's where you
stopped-
disappeared to.
Yeah, so I disappeared for a long while. Like,
Ah,
even I still
that's
don't
bad.
go out lately, but.
Because
you
it's
know.
all different now. Because you're not in a
know.
relationship. How do you pick up from where you left? And
Exactly,
it's just-
exactly. And then the whole Nairobi scene. Nairobi's so small, like
It is.
it's the same thing over and over and over again.
I've been telling people that, and you can't find me in a club right now, not unless
No.
it's work
Exactly.
or maybe like just an outdoor setting where I can talk at least to someone. But
Yeah.
clubs, man, like
Yeah.
there's nothing new, man. Like
At all.
mm-mm.
At all.
It's the same thing over and over again.
Over and over
But
again.
like I'm saying, I know like my friends personally who they've shut down companies, man, because of relationships.
Wow.
It's bad. And even like I know like also like just my female friends, and it happens all the time. Like we'd even start like working on a project and everything, and maybe like typically when they just see the kiss bandit, of course,
Of
in fact, if
course.
you're in a relationship, this
Of
wouldn't have
course.
happened.
Of
They see the
course.
kiss bandit.
I
You're doing
know.
what with him?
I know.
What?
Exactly.
And I have like the purest of intentions. Like
Yeah.
for real, I'm just like I post everything on my Instagram.
Yep.
You'll see us working, doing all these things.
Yep.
We start working, and then the boyfriend is like, you know what? I don't like what you guys are doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
immediately, this girl would drop everything that we have
Yep.
going on,
Yep. I believe it.
and just like. Now I'm like, yo, but we had so many. I mean, what happened to our plan for the whole year to do? And I'm like, yo, and that's why, like, for the podcast, you see me rolling alone, doing the setup, doing the interviews, editing. Okay, I have a copywriter, somebody who does my copy, but
Yeah.
she's a whole different kind of maturity, man. Like,
Yeah.
yo, and I've seen that firsthand happen to a lot of my
yeah.
friends, and a lot of girls with so much potential.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
And it's all flashed down the drain.
It's so sad. It's
Yeah.
pathetically sad.
Now, why do you think it's like? Because I mean, I see people like in other countries, even though they are in a relationship, they kind of like balance or support each other. Like, yo, you're going for a thingy tonight. Like, yo, be like, yo, nice.
I don't know.
Go get it.
I don't
Go in
want
the
to
studio.
like say like tribalism.
No, if it
But
is,
there
you
are
can
just some
from
African
your
men.
personal experience, you can.
Yeah, there's just some African men out there who just are. They feel inferior or something. I don't know the word.
They're weak.
Yeah, they're weak.
Yeah.
They feel they're insecure.
Because
Insecure.
why
That's the
else? Why else would I?
Very
Like,
insecure.
let's say if you're in the studio with somebody like Calligraph,
word. Yeah.
and he just happens to have left the gym.
Yep.
How many studio sessions do I have to storm in?
Exactly.
If that's a problem. How many studio
Exactly.
sessions do I have to come and storm in and like just.
Exactly.
But it's so bad because I've seen it, and like even nowadays, like when somebody's telling me like, yo, why were you laughing with this kind of person? Like,
Yeah.
be like, who the fuck do you think you
Yeah.
are? Like, yo, like I hardly know you. I haven't grown up with you.
Yep.
I smile with all my friends.
Yep.
And to an extent, I'll kiss all my friends who want to be kissed.
Yeah.
Not guys, not guys. Let's not get it twisted, right? I'm talking about women. But I'm just saying, like, I'm a loving person.
Yeah.
So there's no way you can tell me not to hang out with someone. Because the moment you say that, like, I cut you off immediately. Like,
Yeah.
it's a wrap for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, like, a lot of people, like, and it's not just with just men. Even women do this. But it's like, it's a
Yeah,
Kenyan
they
thing.
do.
It's a
It
Kenyan
is.
thing. I don't know
It
how.
is. It's insecurity, man. It's insecurity, and it just, I don't know, could either make or break relationships. I don't know.
No, man.
Like, it's like the guys just want the girls to be this specific kind of way and act this specific kind of way and just be a housewife or something.
You
And
a
just taking
housewife? He wanted you to be a housewife? No, but like,
Please.
but let me put it in this context. Like, if let's say somebody's dating somebody like you, they know you're already exposed to a lot of things when it comes to travel. You come from, like, you don't come from a place where, like, you don't have food to put like on your table. You're not desperate for anything. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. But when you're dating some of these hood rats, man, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you have a whole other different ball game
Yeah.
coming at your face.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing that would happen to a guy, it would be like, yo, you have this girl who's like, she's been exposed to all these different situations. She knows how to carry herself. I've seen you, like, how you carry yourself. Like, you know what's up. You can have
Yeah.
fun, be responsible,
Yeah.
and still talk about work, mingle with different people. And I can see that, but I can also see when somebody's like, yo, I've had some interns, man, I've gone with them somewhere, and I'm like, yo,
Uh-huh.
thank you. Yeah, this is okay. The first time you blocked her face with the whole. So you sure you don't want this juice?
I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what was I saying? I was saying, like, because I have, like, I've dealt with some. If you want to know about ratchet women, I've dealt with them. And I know. And I also know, like, good women.
Yeah.
And to me, it's always, like, so frustrating when, like, I know somebody has, like, a legit proper girl. And he's so worried
Yeah.
that he's trying to, like, just mess up with her head in so many different ways, man.
Yeah. It's insecurities. Like, straight back to that. That's what I feel and believe it is. It's just.
Did you ever give them a reason to feel insecure, though?
No.
No? You're not seated on someone's lap in a studio session or something. Look at you smiling. Let's not be here. I'm here just like,
No, what
on
does
your
that
side,
mean?
and then you're guilty of doing all some other things. Come on.
What is that meme? It's like.
I'm just saying.
Whatever drunk me said or did, take it up with drunk me because sober me wasn't there. Okay? So,
Now listen, that's not.
it's like I'm just
If I'm on your
kidding.
side, that's not what you should be saying, Naomi.
I'm
Come
just
on.
kidding.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. No,
Yeah.
I just.
Do you
I
think
did.
you give them a reason
I
to
didn't give him any reason to, but I do hang out with a lot of males, period.
Period.
Like in
Period.
this industry, that's just what it was. Like
It's male dominated though.
It
so.
is. It is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't
And
know.
some,
And then
and I'm
it
just
was
saying, like,
just,
if you're hanging around people like Sauti Soul, they don't even have shirts in their wardrobes.
Exactly.
I mean, man, they'll just be like topless the whole time in a studio session, or even if it's just chilling, they'll be like, you know what, this
exactly
shirt makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm just like,
exactly.
but I'm just saying, it can be hard, but I just know you as a person, even though we haven't, like, been in so many settings where I can just tell, like, somebody who's aware of what's happening and how you just carry yourself, man,
Yeah.
in a respectable way.
Yeah. Definitely.
So it's sorry and it's unfortunate you had to go through that, but don't let that now be a reason for you not to, even.
Date.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let this man ruin you. That's one
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah,
And
true.
yeah, don't let that
True,
one
true.
experience make you be now like
I know.
closed to so many other
I
different
know,
situations.
and I think that's what I'm going through right now. Because
Come on, like if somebody
I've
gets you like
had-
flowers, you're like,
oh,
fuck off, man. Like all Kenyan men are the same. Kenyan men
I've
are
had
assholes.
a couple of people tried to like come. I think I'm just not ready right now. I'm not in a mental space. Like I want to get my ish together first.
I'll take a break.
And yeah, you need to be happy being able to be alone before you can be with someone else, And that's where I am right now in my life.
But do you see yourself settling down, like maybe? Or
Um,
are you the kind of person who wants like family probably in future and that kind of thing? Or this
oh,
guy just ruined
man.
everything
Like
for
if
everyone
you-
else?
I know, he sure did.
Shit.
But if you had asked me that like
A couple of years ago, I'm sure, yeah.
I would not be the one to see myself settling down. Like, I did not want to have kids. Like, 9
Yeah.
whole months without a drink. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to have kids. I'm the type, I feel like adoption, there's so many children that need to be adopted out there.
Yeah.
And, that would have been answered. But now that I'm reaching like 30, I think I can see myself settling down. I can't see with who right now.
Yeah. No?
But I can see myself settling down. I would have like 1 kid, maybe 2.
Two,
Maybe
so
the
that they're
second
not
one
bored.
would be
So that
adopted.
they're not bored.
Maybe
Come
the
on.
second one would be adopted.
Come on, have 2. If you
Maybe
have
the
one,
second
just
one.
have 2. It's
The
good
second
company.
one will be adopted.
Uh-huh. Okay. It's up to you. It's up to you.
9 whole months.
Do you think it's easier for just girls who have like kids, like when they're 22, 23, and then by the time they're 28, 30, they're like, yo, I got that's a done deal. I know girls who like they're 24 and they've had like 2 or 3 kids.
Yeah.
And that's like a whole other.
Yeah,
It's done.
and I've
It's a done
seen
deal.
that. I've seen that, and it can go like 1 or 2 ways. Like honestly, like for my cousin, she had her first kid at a very young age. I think she was 17 or 18. She had her first child. And she was like the party girl. Like, she was the only child. Her mom was always at work. So she was the party girl before she had the kid. Even when she had the kid, she was still going out, leaving the kid with the mom. But she was still a kid.
She's young and
She
she's
was. But then she ended up having 2 more later on. And she's like the best mother in the world. Like, she's my age. So in October, she'll be 30.
So you think
But she's my age, but she's like the best mother in the world. And like, I really look up to her. A lot of girls that got pregnant young and, they get to like have these prime years with their kids.
when you have all the energy, I'm just guessing, man.
Like they take them everywhere. They just, they
Yeah.
can travel with them if they got the money to and stuff. And then
Yeah.
you see like other women having kids when they're older, but some of
don't
them
have
just
the
don't
same
have
energy.
the energy. Exactly.
No, you don't have the energy.
Exactly.
Like a 22, 23-year-old has a whole different
Yes.
She can be like
Yes.
partying in the morning. She's breastfeeding
Yep,
and like
yep.
taking like the kid to school.
Exactly.
The energy is there, but
Exactly.
So what you're
We'll
saying is
see.
like you're wishing like you got pregnant early?
I did not say that.
Ooh.
I did not say that.
No, but
Um,
if you had a chance to go back in time, would you have a kid then?
um, no, I don't think so.
No?
No.
No?
9 whole months?
It's just 9 months and then like you
Just kidding.
it's just 9 months.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, wait, and does
Maybe,
that scare you
maybe.
though? Does that
Like, yeah.
that scares you
Well,
when you see those
not
pictures?
Now, not now as much.
No, you still seem like you're
but
scared.
even that's why
9
I'm
months.
like, that's why I'm like, man, I'm pushing 30,
Yeah.
and I don't know, like, it's like baby fever is kind of setting in. I'd be watching Instagram, like all these cute little babies.
Yeah.
Baby fever sets in, and then I'm like, 9 whole months. Oh, let me adopt.
Okay, it's tricky, but like even it's just part of life. I think
Yeah.
nobody wants to be. Do you want to be old alone? No kids playing around.
No.
Because
No.
the older you grow, I mean, that will start definitely settling in your mind. Because
Yeah.
you can't be meeting up with friends all the time,
I know.
and it's just part of adulthood, though.
Yeah, true. And
Yeah.
then I'm pretty sure my parents want grandkids, and Angela ain't having one anytime soon. Like,
What
we
do you
know
mean?
that.
What do you
Everybody's expecting Naomi to, but I don't think I'm having one anytime soon.
But do they give you that pressure? Like, yo, I
Like,
mean,
no,
it's
no,
so
my
they
parents-
don't even like
Well,
throw hints.
my mom always does throw hints. She's like, you need to get a husband. I'm gonna arrange a marriage for you. She always threatens me with that. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna have an arranged marriage for you.
Uh-huh.
I'm tired of you guys. But yeah.
Maybe sometime soon. We give it time, no rush. Like we said, we don't want another bitter, angry,
Exactly.
single Kenyan man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if you were to date again, what kind of qualities would you say you look for in a guy? Because I'm sure the qualities you had before are not the same that you'll be looking for right now.
No.
So what exactly would you be looking for in a
I
guy?
don't.
Maybe somebody's there who'd be watching this podcast and just like, yo, if I had that girl, I'd treat her like a queen.
I know.
What qualities?
I would want somebody who's not insecure, who's funny,
Ooh, sense of humor.
loves to travel,
Ooh.
likes to take me places.
When you say travel, do they have to pay for the trips?
Of course.
Okay, I'm still not yet there. So they're like, all the other
Put
qualities
your
are there.
hands
All the other qualities are there. Okay.
What else? Who's like has a stable job,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Who's not like always working, a workaholic.
Yeah.
But
Kind
I
of freelance or
understand.
something where they can.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like I understand like your hustle is your hustle, and I'll respect that always.
Yeah.
But when you're like married to your job and like don't
Can
have
get
time
crazy.
for me, then no. Yeah.
Basically, somebody who's there for you.
Yeah.
Is he caring, adventurous?
Yes.
A bit of course, finances should be important. I
course.
mean, come on, man.
course.
Nobody's planning to be like,
Do you
like I'm
know,
planning after 10 years to be
like,
broke in future.
My
No.
hair needs to be paid for, like, and my nails.
Oh, okay. Before we wrap it up,
Yes.
what's the most you've spent on hair since you mentioned it?
Whew.
Let's talk. You brought it up.
The most I didn't spend it, but
Yeah, but somebody paid.
somebody paid for it.
Yeah.
The most I would have to say was like, and it was ridiculous because the hair was not even that great. It did not last like even a month, but it was $400. That's 40,000 shillings.
Kind of shillings.
Yeah,
That's a
see, that's not bad. Oh,
I'm
that's a
not
lot.
paying. I'm not paying for. I'm not paying. I don't even like. I even stopped paying Uber trips for people recently. I'm like, yo, nah. Chip in half.
That's
Come.
bad.
Get an Uber. Get you an
Right.
Uber back. But I'm not paying like. But it's just cause. But do you think there's so much pressure on guys right now? Cause like there's so much being demanded from like women. They want this tall, dark, handsome. They want financial
Yeah,
stability.
they want
They want
all
to
of
be.
this. They want all of that.
Yeah.
I think from Kenyan women, yes. Kenyan
Yeah.
women are very picky and
Yeah.
they want everything, but they don't want to get off of their ass.
Yeah, do they have
and
anything
work
else to
hard
offer?
Exactly.
Do they bring something to?
They're always looking for sponsors or sugar daddies, and I think that's disgusting to me. Like, no. Bring something to the table.
Before you start having all these demands, that it has to have. Like I heard like this chick saying that she wants somebody with a house, right? A big ass house, but not rental. It has to be like I'm like come on, I can't even rent like like I have to have finished paying
Paying
my
it off.
mortgage payments before I date you. But you see, there's too much pressure,
Yeah.
and when you look at it, it's like so what are you bringing to the table? What if
Exactly.
things go left and we have kids?
Exactly.
Because you're taking all these things lightly, but what happens when some real ass life situation happens?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You won't be able to handle anything because all you have to bring to the table is you know what.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, man.
Kids.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess we've talked about quite a lot when it
Yeah.
comes to life. Was the podcast like something? Were you expecting this kind of conversation?
I wasn't. I was actually kind of nervous at first, but it was a very fun podcast. Good questions. Yeah.
When was the last time you had like a real conversation like this one? Just
I couldn't even tell you. I honestly couldn't even tell you. No, because even like interviews, they're like so short, sweet, to the point.
idiots.
Like, yeah.
They hire idiots for their job.
Yeah,
Yo.
they do.
Okay, no, let me not say that. But
Hey,
I'm just saying.
I interview
but I'm just saying.
people.
No,
I'm
yeah,
not
that's what I'm saying. That's what I figured. Like, let me not say that because you're also in the same field. Plus, I'm just saying, like, for the podcast, I'm just trying to bring something different from what people are getting like on TV and
Yeah.
radio, and I think that's what I've tapped into, like
Yeah.
those real conversations that people tend not to have, and now we have all this Instagram pressure and everything.
Yeah.
Everybody's sort of like seeking guidance.
Yeah.
Information is there, like, but not all the right information
Yeah.
about just life.
Yeah.
Like, you just broke up with someone. How do you deal with it?
Yep.
Were you sad? Like, you've just
Yeah.
shared things that you don't even need to share with me. You see,
Yeah.
but you shared with me, and I can just say like I respect you just even coming to share that
Yeah.
in this platform.
Yeah.
I respect that, and I just hope like don't give up on your music and don't give up on love just because of like previous experiences and stuff. Like we're supposed to live this life and enjoy it. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah. That.
Thank you for your advice.
Hey,
Maybe I'll go looking for someone.
Oh yeah. Once they
might
see
be out
this,
there.
when they see this, I'll just cut that segment where I'm telling people like, slide in the DM, slide in the
Slide
DM.
in the DMs.
Let's start coming out, and then you can do like a whole assessment, like you.
Yes.
Nah. Anybody with a shirt that says insecure?
Okay.
Nah,
Peace.
no. Okay, so is there anything else you have going on, or you want to plug before?
Oh man.
Or where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Naomi Wamboe, WAMBOE. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Yes, YouTube. My music is there. What else? Yes, that's about it.
And what else do you have going on?
What else do I have going on? I have,
Is there anything you want to
business.
plug?
Plug One Vibe Africa.
I'm not talking about drugs. You know that, right?
I know that.
Oh, okay.
One
Yeah,
Vibe,
One Vibe
Africa.
Africa,
I'm an
yeah.
ambassador for One Vibe Africa. We work with some kids in Kisumu, between Kisumu and Seattle. We also have a home in Dagoretti. Me and my sis, we sponsor some of the kids. We work with them. We have workshops. Shout out to them.
Can people get involved in this if they
People
want?
can get involved. DM
Yeah, how?
me, holla at me, and we can definitely get you involved.
Okay, and since this episode might just be coming out, when do you think it will be coming out?
I don't know. What?
I just want you to wish people a happy holidays message.
God.
Yes.
Like, how many months are we talking?
Those months before the holidays. So you might as well say happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you and yours. Thank you for watching.
So it's been real again, another amazing episode of the podcast featuring
Naomi Boy.
Hey, it's the Kiskapades podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Castbox, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. Don't miss out. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.